fáilte go Islay agus fáilte go Bowmore seo agah príomh bhaile in Islay agus seo agah crí in Islay éileán inis go bé agus ha minachas gon córt a raibh I bhí seo.
On the shores of Loch Endell stands Bowmore Distillery. Built in 1779, it's the oldest distillery on Islay and one of the oldest in Scotland. Bowmore Distillery boasts history and tradition and is one of just a few still producing its own floor malted barley. Nobody knows Bowmore better than the people who make this distinctive whisky, warm and smoky in flavour. We ask Bowmore's craftsmen to share with us their decades of expertise in the art of whisky distilling.
Bowmore, the distillery, was established around the same time as Bowmore, the village. So they've kind of grown up together, if you like. And obviously, traditionally, there would be a lot of people employed at the distillery. So that's a huge part of the village history. Bowmore, it's the oldest distillery in the island, and it's one of the oldest in Scotland. Our barley, for example, that we malt to make the whisky, that's 100% Scottish. And that's really important to us. And you know, coming here, and you'll see when you go on the tour, that it's not fancy, it's not factory-like, it's just straightforward. We're taking these ingredients and we're crafting something absolutely stunning out of it. It's a very honest place to be. It's a very honest way of making something, and there's no jiggery-pokery, and you're just what you see is what you get, and what you taste is very nice.
We still do traditional floor maltings, like what you're seeing in here at the moment, and this is where it all starts off. We take it off the floor and we elevate it into the kiln, we spread it out. For the first 18 hours we flavour it, the malt. We burn peat, and the peat smoke drifting up through the grain takes in the peaty, smoky flavours that come out in the new make spirit when we make it. At Bowmore here we do it for 18 hours, then we dry it off, and then what we've got then is malted barley ready for process. So what we've got, we do 11 mashes at the moment in a week. We're producing about 54,000 litres of a new make spirit every week. That is what we pump to the warehouse to be reduced, and that is what we fill into. The casks we fill into are either fresh bourbon casks from Kentucky or fresh Oloroso sherry casks from Spain. That's what we put our new make spirit into, and they go into the warehouse, that's when the maturation period will start.
This place that we are actually standing in here is the world famous vaults. It's known all over the world. This is the original part of the distillery, and the distillery started in 1779. So it's over 300 years, this part. The old thick walls and the dampness. We're right beside the sea. The temperature stays the same all year round. It never varies. It's to be hot outside, but it's nice and cool in here, and it's ideal for maturing Bowmore single malt whisky. Lots of people would give their right hand to actually have a warehouse like this, that number 1 vaults. It'll be either a Bowmore 18-year or a 25-year-old, 30. We have some 40-year-old whisky in here, so there's lots of old whiskies, and it's an ideal place to mature it.
I've worked here at Bowmore now for over 41 years. I started in July 1966. It's really pleasing to see, you know, the advancement that it has made over the years. We believe it is one of the top single malts in the world now, and we're very proud of that fact. That 12-year-old, I mean, that is a premium dram. That really is top class single malt.
I've been about 37 years in the whisky industry. You know, you're learning every day, and it's the old people before us that taught us, you know, and you just carry on, and hopefully you can do what they taught you and keep it going and keep the tradition going.
We must, before we go, ensure that you know, the pride and the passion for Bowmore is passed on.
Bowmore Distillery is also one of the greenest distilleries in Europe, with a state-of-the-art waste management system that contributes to heating the water of the local swimming pool.
We work quite well in partnership with the distillery. They're very community